just nair them, and then you jump, and then you nair them, and then you drag that back air, and then you kill them, and then you ledge trap them with F tilt.
I still think
That is the basic flowchart for Link in like half his matchups.
Yeah, but
you
it's
cannot tell me that is cool.
I think that Link is cool.
Oh,
Okay.
no, you
Have
can
you
be.
seen my bomb combos as well?
No.
Okay. I think
No, I
those
haven't.
are,
I've never seen. I've
those
seen
are
you
sick.
drop more of them. Anyways,
fair,
I'm gonna
because
stop
my execution's
roasting
a
my
little weird.
friend and co-caster here on the mic.
Hey, I literally hit one today
because
in bracket.
The only
okay.
roasting we might be doing here is making some turnips too to determine truly who is the best Peach in the building here tonight between Ling and Blank. Peach versus Daisy here on PS2. Which sister is gonna reign supreme? Soleil.
Well, my
And
money's...
that's, oh no, that's a stitch.
My money is 100% on Ling, especially after that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, he got the corner situation, immediately pulled a stitch. I'm just like, yeah, well,
that was close.
Have a good stock, Blank, and
that was almost another one.
He just hasn't been able. I mean, Blank just hasn't been able to hit him so far.
Yeah.
Finally, now though, finding a corner situation, maybe having an opportunity, and great delay on that forward air to find the stock. His back air, he's gonna get some shield pressure, but not able to find too much. And now it's been Ling who's stealing stage control away. And
there's a shield break.
That you do not see that happen very often. The last time I can remember Ling getting it, I mean, I can't remember.
Yeah, and not to mention, it wasn't even off of Mr. Saturn either. It was just straight up.
It was off
shield
Peach
break.
Bomb. It was
Yeah.
off side. You don't ever see that. And that was actually all that shield pressure from those downers in that earlier situation where Blank overextended, gave up stage, kind of coming back to bite Ling. He just didn't move away from shield too much. He didn't have the space. He's in that scrap situation to do so. Ling giving his turnip over to Blank there with great aerial catch, and now the dash attack gonna allow Blank to come back to stage looking to make anything happen, and you're gonna get caught with a grab for trying to swing for the fences with that F smash.
And a very nice dash attack to get Ling out of the corner as well. And now Ling is definitely trying to make sure you can get this kill before any more extra credit happens, but unfortunately it's getting a little tough. This is a really nice grab in the corner as well.
Yep, and just beautiful double jump nair there from Blank to extend the situation, but Ling saw that dash attack to get up the ledge, said, I like that. I'm going to do one, and I'm going to not just do one, I'm going to do it again, because you're not going to expect it. Finding the stock. Now Blank on his last one of game one, but at 136, if he has every opportunity to find this quickly. However, his dash attack from center stage, not going to close it out.
And neither is the other one.
I mean, you got one
I like that spot, though.
left, right, second one's a little stale. You know, it's unfortunately without Rage, not going to get too much extra knockback on that. Great floats here from Blank, just mixing up his timing on this approach. The fair just barely not going to do it. If he had a little bit more Rage, it would have. But with turnips, he has the opportunity, and that early parasol forced to come out from Ling in order to survive.
I like the edge guard.
Yeah, I was going to say, allowing Blank to find the fair and just stay in this game, at least for the moment.
It's often pretty tough to edge guard a Peach or Daisy, but when you are a Peach or Daisy, you probably have a better idea of what you need to do.
But you also have a better idea to route around it, and one of your main tools is that turnip with float, with those fastballs, right? You have the ability to mix up your verticality to fade it back. So it can definitely be a game of wits indeed in order to find your way out of these situations. And Blank hasn't been able to consistently, though, taken so much percent. Has an opportunity now to get something started, delay, and here he goes. If Ling can't get back down, this could be trouble.
And at this point, we're kind of just trading around interactions in the corner, especially. And I was going to say, Blank definitely really wants to keep Ling there, because if there's anything that's going to get you, the percent that you need, it's putting them in a position where they have less options.
And I respect that fair so much. You know that back air is not going to trade cross stage. Yes, you lose neutral, but you're betting it on just maybe calling out a shield drop read on a player like Ling. Sometimes you have to swing for those fences at 169. So hard to come back, but great route from Blank there to find his way back to stage. His defensive play has been so on point today.
And the grab's not going to quite kill.
He was looking for that back throw DI mix-up, expecting maybe the fair there closer to stage, but maybe it was the fair that he should have gone for the whole time. And the early parasol on turn, or opting for one here, he's just dead. Oh no,
wow, it actually hit
that was
the
the
hitbox
very edge of Magna Hand, reminiscent of Ling in the way that you just...
that was terrifying, seeing the fair come out.
I was going to say, reminiscent of Ling in the way he stretched his recovery to the absolute limits. I expected maybe a Peach Bomber, but with too much lag, it would have been it. And Blank managing to hold on to 219. This character is not heavy at all. And really has played himself back into this game, and
Ling is alive.
An opportunity to take it not quite closing it out there, but that back air across the stage, Blank having a chance. He's got one, he's got two. Can he make the third time the charm, or is Ling gonna hold on for dear life?
Oh, this is probably
forward throw,
dead
that's
with
gonna
all
do it.
that
Back range,
rage.
yeah.
Yes. All right, and Blink takes the first.
He didn't die. 219
Yeah.
against Ling
Like,
in the Ditto.
how do you hold on to your stock for that long, especially as a
being-
character that's that light?
Ling does actually. This is one of Blank. I think is one of the two peaches. It's Blank and Nuggets are the only peaches that Ling goes. And every other one he goes DDD against.
Yeah.
He does not like the Ditto at all.
Mm.
I've seen him go Peach once or twice against Mudace as well, but for the most part it is that DDD. If Blank takes another game here, I would expect to see Ling make that switch.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't imagine that DDD, you know, is fantastic, but I can definitely understand.
He's got a big hammer and people don't know the matchup.
That's true. I can definitely understand not knowing the, you know, I forget exactly what I was going to say. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, not liking the Ditto. I was going to say, because I definitely hate the Link Ditto. Not a fan.
Oh man, is that the guy who invented PBR in the chat? God, why? You ruined Ultimate. What are you doing? I'm just giving you a hi, Kai.
Hello,
Anyways,
what's up?
getting further into this game, down to a back air from Blank, gonna give him a corner situation and catching the landing with a dash attack as well. He's just been playing very fun. He's not making mistakes and just taking the most of these opportunities. He's really just not giving Link any opportunities to catch him over extended.
Yeah. And at this position, it's still, I mean, we've got one person at 167, but at the same time, another interaction or two could kill either of these characters. You know, they're both at super high percent. You know, Ling's off stage at this point. Oh, that was very, very close. But that dash attack is going to take it.
And that DI from Blank as well, not super optimal. You kind of saw him DIing down and to the side there. Looked like down and out DI in that position, but it's not going to matter because that percent is probably dead regardless. 157 though.
The funny thing is Ling kind of playing like he's at 0 at that point, rushing right in, trying to get his combos.
Well, sometimes, right, the way Blank hasn't been giving Ling any overextensions at all, which is normally, right, Ling is playing that very defensive game plan, bait and punish, very explosive. Once you overextend, give him that opening.
But it can't last forever, and that did lead to that stock, and now
Yep.
we're a little closer to even. And now Blink's got another combo on deck, and at this point now they're pretty much exactly even.
And we're seeing him not really go for as many combos here. He's just opting for these juggle situations, opting to try and take stage control at every opportunity, and not give Ling the space to work with to implement that defensive game plan.
And now at this point we've got another ledge trap situation, and the full up on the Ling.
That float just to change momentum, drift back for a second, falling fair off the float cancel was so gorgeous from Blank as well. Again, he's just found a way from what was very behind to having a pretty, you know, with a 36% lead on the stock. The fair not going to do it just yet, though, delay, and neither player really able to close it out here. That was a second Peach Bomber, and so safe on shield, going to allow the back air pressure as well.
Yeah. I'm really liking, we saw this a little bit earlier, and I'm really liking the Isaac aerials that we're seeing, the instant Z-drop aerial catch stuff, and the delayed timing with it, but the not delayed timing of that up air immediately calling out the positioning.
And the delayed commentary doing a fantastic job, might I say, here tonight. Speaking of fantastic job, Blank has done a fantastic job finding his way out of these corner situations, holding onto these stocks, and also Peach Bomber. His creativity with Peach Bomber tonight has been so impressive, both with the shield break in Game 1 and earlier with that safe pressure in Game 2. Unfortunately, that was an overextension.
Yes, and that back air is going to take it for that.
And if you're Ling, you only need one to bring this back, get right back in this. Just like that, it's even off one interaction. Blank gonna find his way back down with some stage control. Well, two players are playing patty cake, tossing that, turn it back and forth. Of course, like it's a hot potato, but neither player able to find any sort of stage control, just exchanging straight hits.
And now at this point, it's a little scary for both characters. Yeah, I mean, both players. Well, I mean, they're technically both characters. You would call them. So we've got another corner situation, and honestly, I think it's terrifying to be put in the corner by this character, even if you are the same character. But the DI. And it's what, 1-1 now?
Yeah, it's 1-1. I think at this point, we are going to see Ling now go stick with the I think if he went down 2-0, I think he would have switched to DD.
Yeah, I would agree.
think even if he goes down 2-1, I think he has enough faith in the Peach against Blank specifically to stick with it.
Yeah, and you see Snow in chat saying he won't switch. Yeah, we agree. I don't
We
think
agree. We agree now, Snow. We didn't agree.
Although I'd be surprised to see it if it actually happened after, we just said it wasn't going to happen.
I mean, yeah, imagine he just goes DDD right after winning the game. That would be the Giga chapter.
Yeah. Imagine. All right, and once again, locked right into that Peach, and here we go. Peach Daisy once again.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, we've been to small battlefield, so we're going to pick up right where we left off. Oh, and an immediate combo with the turnips, and I like the patience to throw the turnip down in that situation, and just tech chase on the platform. But unfortunately for Blank, that's going to go completely answered right back with another 50% combo, which is going to lead to another corner situation, and almost an early kill.
His DI out of these combos has been so good. Again, right, holding onto his stock, getting... Like, even though Ling won that last game, until that last stock, Blank was leading him on mutual interactions to kill every single time. He's just managing to force Ling to win mutual more against him, and where he's holding on to stage control and really not allowing Ling to reset that off.
But Ling's adaptation is incredible, so I expect that this is nowhere near the end. We've got to see a lot more changes.
And that was a stitch phase. Unfortunately, Blank not getting too much great DI from him. He's barely holding on. Now at 168, he's got max rage, but he's also going to be pretty much dead to anything. That parasol, closing it, the reopen, getting a one hitbox, allowing him to find his way back to stage, and now racking on some percent. And again, this is almost 200%. The back's gonna do it on the smaller stage, and I really hope we see more games out of this.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool. I would love to see the game 5.
Like, the way both these players are playing right now, in terms of their adaptation, their defense, their game plan, it's just like, this is high-level Ultimate.
Definitely. We are very close to seeing yet another kill after that air dodge. I was expecting a forward air, but we got a back air to try and cover that as well, and now, not quite a stock, but we definitely have a dangerous situation. Both characters at pretty high percent, each at a little bit higher percent, with Ling holding onto that stock is forward gear.
Honestly, the best part of the Echo characters in Ultimate is that we can say, we don't have to say it's Peach versus Peach. We can actually talk about we can actually talk about players by their characters as well as by their tags. Tags Ling having so much percent over Blank, but Blank, he gave up that stage control for free, and Blank trying to capitalize with at least a little bit of damage, but not able to close it out. That backer not gonna do it just yet, and that air dodge actually was meant to be a Z. You can tell by how close he was to the item. He was trying to catch it, get a free turnip in hand, and maybe use that in a reversal, but just missing the timing a little bit, losing his stock for it.
And Blank went for that similar situation from the startup of the game, where he was trying to get that little tech chase on the platform after the combo, but didn't quite get it this time. Went for the down tilt. Ling managed to roll through, but didn't quite get it.
This has been where Blank has made so much of his money so far tonight on these juggle situations, and dealing almost 100% there. Ling not able to get back down, and this is all Blank needs is one read, looking for it there with the bomber again, but not able to find it now that he's putting himself in the corner as a result, and he has got to get out. Ling's ledge trapping has been so good this game.
Absolutely. Oh, and an unfortunate SD, and that's going to take us to game 3 with Ling up 2-1. You never love to see the SD.
I believe in the bucket hat.
Yeah.
I believe in the bucket hat to force us to a game 5 Blank.
I can't imagine this is going to impact his mental a whole lot. I think he seems like he'll probably be fine.
Ring that bell in chat if you think Ling's going to win. Spam any, I don't know, the white square emoji or something.
Yeah, something like
Blank's going to win. But getting into game number 4 here, Blank opting to go right back to small battlefield, which considering how that was probably the least looked game of the set so far, I'm a little surprised he's opting to go right back, but
yeah. Right back, no different counter pick.
Felt like he was making enough adjustments, maybe minus that FP where it was close enough to opt to take that shot.
Yeah. Whew. Back to sleep with me. Anyways, so we've got Ling at a pretty decent amount of percent so far, and now this is something that Peach or Daisy can easily rack up as well. But at this point, we've got to try and equalize that if you're Ling. You got put right into the corner, especially after that. We'll see how he can capitalize.
Yeah, I mean, the story has been really in that last game especially, right? Blank wasn't able to hold on to stock the way he was supposed to. That capitalized by that right, that emphasized by that unfortunate SD at the end.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't able to get that same level of extra chances that it really took him to close out game number 1. Ling is really starting to clean up that play as well, and the dot eyes could have been an opportunity, but unfortunately not going to find its mark. And again, these players are scrapping, looking for anything out of the corner, but not able to find it. And it's Ling again finding his way back and almost finding the stop and possibly having another opportunity in this corner
Right in
situation.
the side B, unfortunately, unable to make it back after that. Once again, another SD, but at least he was at 130.
So good on hit, so safe on shield, but unfortunately, if you miss it, then that's just kind of curtains off stage a lot of the time.
Yeah, definitely a different story from the Peach Bomber that we banned selling with in Melee. Alright, but not a different story to the amount of percent that he could have racked on that type of situation.
And we saw Ling like forcing, kind of faking. That was like kind of a fake juggle, right? He just went for the jump and then immediately landed and then went for a lower float, just trying to bait Blank into almost conditioning himself, right? Saying, you've gone for so many juggles, I'm going to make you think I'm stealing what you're doing because it's been working on me, but I'm actually just going to try and level you. Just immediately bypass that level of play and immediately read your counterplay to it.
And you definitely want to try and, wait for some options, especially if you're getting so much mileage off of the juggle situation. As soon as you get put in, you might realize how much mileage you'll probably get hit by, for example. So maybe you might air dodge in that situation. And that's probably what Ling might have been looking for, something along those lines.
I believe that Blank can still do this, but he's starting to get a little antsy. You see the Peach Bombers coming out. He's trying to close up the stock. Now Ling with the dot eyes. That one's not going to find its mark either. Both dot eyes have gone the way of the dodo in the same place at the same time.
Oh, nice catch.
And that time, right, that Z catch finds its mark.
Yeah.
Gonna survive for a second, but not able to get out of this corner. Ling has been so efficient in this corner.
Oh, and the back air going to take it after the roll, and Ling in a very dominant position, but not as dominant as that kill was. And now Blank is definitely going to try and make this comeback. They're both at 0, but Ling is stock up. Now, can Blank make something happen with some of these really big daisy combos?
I think he has the potential, but down at full stock, you kind of have to. It's so hard with how impeccable Ling's defense is. You just have to find an extended corner situation, and that's not going to happen when your turnips are getting reversal. Ling, though, starting to swing a little bit, almost giving up stage control, but just smartly choosing to breathe, reset back to neutral, and this couldn't be Blank's opportunity right here if he can extend this sequence, but unable to do so, and he's starting to rack up a little bit too much percent, and he has to close this stock out quickly to win.
Yeah, you definitely want to. Otherwise, you're kind of, at this point, you're down a game, and you're also down a stock on what could, if you're unlucky, be the last game of the set. And you want to make sure that it isn't quite the last game.
Yep.
You need to make something happen.
But Ling, at this point, we're seeing him start to preemptively call out Blank's float timings on the back airs, and it's really just not let Blank able to do anything
nice
at
Z
all.
catch once again.
He's getting these Z catches, but he's not able to close out the stock. The only hits Ling is taking have been all the way across the stage, finally doing so. But Blank's taken about 115 unanswered there before finding that stock. And just, it's so hard from this situation. It's so hard. Peach, right, 0-0, having that float can it's so hard to execute your own 0-deaths on her. And even harder when she can just float cancel into a fair just like that.
Yeah, but in this situation, there's always still that chance. You're stuck in disadvantage right now, but as soon as you get out, there's a good chance you can rack on a good amount of percent, but not if that back air shield poking you and sending you off stage again.
I will say this as a caster, right? These are the hardest sets to cast because you just want to hold your breath the whole time with how tense it is. A player like this trying to make a comeback. You saw him do it before in game number 1. Can he make magic happen twice? Or is Ling going to hold on, punch his ticket to grand finals? That float canceled it fair. He mixed up his timing, did it higher than he had in the past. Ling saying, hey.
Yeah, he went for the call on the other smash and Ling ended up
You know that set we ran earlier, Donna? It's actually a best of 3, buddy. Emergency best of 3. Come on. It's like they're playing friends. Emergency best of 3 on the set count tonight as the Ling now has to take 2 over Don here in grand.
Now, I wouldn't say that he couldn't do it.